Good evening, madam. I'm now on the platform. Am I audible? Subhashri ma'am, if you are there, am I audible, ma'am? Subhashri ma'am, if you are there in the on the platform, am I audible? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Good evening to all respected teachers, principals, vice principals who are present today in this platform for yet another online training for in-service teachers. Very good afternoon to our mentor, our guide, a person who is very close to our heart, Madam Dr. Subhashri Sarkar. It is because of her efforts that we are able to conduct these types of training programs. And for a long time, I am associated with you all, so I don't think I need to give any more introduction. Just to remind you that myself, Mr. Surojit Sen, Principal, Jharkhand Public School, Dhanbad. And I'm very sorry for being late. Good evening to all of you. I'm very sorry for being late because I was traveling all the way from Dhanbad to Asansol, my place. And it is almost 55 kilometers, and I started somewhere around 3 p.m. after completing the school work and all. So nowadays, we resource persons have a registration number from CBSE. So you can note down the registration number also, that is RP002355. Suppose if you have to give any information about resource person, then you can give this. Okay, so today we'll directly now move to the program, and today our topic is health and hygiene in school, in home, everywhere. Respected teachers, you will definitely agree with me that apart from studies, school is definitely the first priority of the schools are to give the perfect education to the children. But apart from that, we are also supposed to look after the various aspects of a human life. We want to give our students a holistic education, and we have been discussing about this for time and again. Holistic education. Now, when you mean by holistic education, we mean by total education, complete education. Education not only giving the information from the textbooks, but developing a student mentally, physically, spiritually, in each and every aspect. A complete, total human being will be developed. That is our motto. Nowadays the World Cup football is going on, and of course, many of you are fans of Brazil, the team which has won the maximum time the World Cup. And the Brazilians, they, irrespective of whether they lose or they win the game, yes, overall education, whether they lose or win the game, they play total football. In the same way, we give total education. So with this, let's move forward with health and hygiene. Let's see what is there. Importance of health and hygiene. Now, health, hygiene, and we have also included home over here. Now, this home signifies our family, our school, everything. For children, the second home is the school. And we as teachers are their second parents, you can say. No, that's what we say. In whichever aspect we live. Okay. So we should take care of our children's health, their hygiene, and of course their home, and how they will maintain all this in their school, in home, everywhere. Okay. So now, first of all, what is the definition of health? All of you know the definition of health, the one that is given by World Health Organization everywhere. But still just to recapitulate that, I have given this. as defined by the World Health Organization, is it's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, many students in the class, even many teachers, so what do you mean by social well-being? And not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Okay. Social well-being is a very particular point which needs to be discussed today when you talk about health. Social well-being means socially accepted. Okay. A person may be physically very fit, mentally very fit, okay, but socially not accepted. Maybe, God forbids, I should not say these words, but maybe a person who is antisocial, a person who is addicted to certain intoxicated things, due to which society looks at that particular person in a different way. So social well-being is the most important point. Eating good food, by keeping ourselves, by doing good certain work, we can be mentally, physically fit. But social well-being is very important. Our attitudes, our behaviors, our way of taking life, our way of meeting people, talking people, all these things culminate together to make a person social well-being, and that's very, very important. And that's where exactly what we teach our children. Good human being, to be honest, to be truthful, not to be addicted to any intoxicated things which is available in the market. Okay, so these are the things that we need to discuss. Health is a dynamic condition. It's not static, no, it's not moving. It's a dynamic condition resulting from a body's constant adjustment and adaptation in response to stresses and changes in the environment for maintaining an inner equilibrium called hemostasis. Biology teachers know very well what is the meaning of the word hemostasis. Even science, even physics teacher, chemistry, even the economics teachers also know very well what is homostasis or hemostasis, whatever you want to pronounce it. Okay, so health is a dynamic. Yes, it is a dynamic condition. Today it is something like this, tomorrow it can be something like that, so on and so forth, resulting from a body's constant adjustment and adaptation in response to stress. Yes, at different levels. To be very honest with you, when I was coming today from Dhanbad to Asansol, that 55 kilometers journey of mine with 1 hour in hand to come and conduct this training, at every movement I was thinking, shall I be able to reach in time? Hope I don't waste half an hour over here. Hope I don't get stranded in a particular railway level crossing or something. And one or two, these types of things. So, but, somehow I adapted those. Somehow I respond to those stresses. And finally, I'm over here. And we all are doing it in this. So this thing has to be kept in mind. It's dynamic. Health is dynamic. It needs to be adjusted time to time to maintain that inner equilibrium of the body, which you call as homeostasis or hemostasis, whichever way. So this is what about health, which we must know and we must tell our students. Next, let us see. Why is health so important? क्या है जिंदगी में ना, some people say ना जी क्या है जिंदगी में, खाओ पियो ऐस करो, थोड़ा सा ये करो, थोड़ा सा वो करो. I am not audible. May I know, please, from all of you, whether I am audible or not? Just now somebody told me that I am not audible. Am I audible? Oh, thank you. Okay, ma'am, then I think you have to see. Thank you so much. So that particular madam who just messaged me, I think you see your laptop or your phone, whichever you are using. Okay. Now, why health is so important? What's the big deal about it? People say, "Arey, kya hai zindagi mein? Aaj hai, kal nahi hai." No, but it's not like that. When we are talking of health, it is not just about healthy body, but also about healthy, sound mental health. See, each one of us has some responsibility towards society, towards our own family, towards our own nation. We are not just for our own selves. Nowadays in social media, you will find a lot of these special type of dialogues come from some so-called intellectuals. I for myself, I only see I am least bothered about what others are thinking about me. All these types of things that are coming. It's not like that. We have to make it a point that we are for everybody. I am for my family members, I am for my wife, I am for my son, then I am for my nation, I am for my school, I am for my children, I am for everybody. I must. And a student should also be taught that your body doesn't only belong to you. You don't belong to yourself only. You belong to everybody. So when you're talking about, it is not just a healthy body, but also about the mental health. We have to keep our mind cool and perfect. Good health can be described as the condition where both our body as well as our mind are functioning properly. And this can only be told to the students by the teachers. They are the first hand educators of the children. Sometime in the house also, parents may not be able to tell all those things to the children in order to keep their mind as well as the body functioning together, which can be done by the teachers. That's why we are different. That's why I always say that one teacher is equivalent to 100 ordinary men and women. We are different. We are superb. The main cause behind poor health conditions are diseases, improper diet, injury, mental stress, lack of hygiene, unhealthy lifestyle, etc., so on and so forth. So children need to be taught. First of all, the main cause is poor health. Now, what is poor health? When the body is not functioning, the organic part, the organs of the body are not functioning properly. Conditions where diseases takes place, diseases, appearance of the easiness of the body. So diseases can be infectious disease, they can be organic disease, they can be diseases, informity of the body, improper diet, very common nowadays. Children do not take their food in the right time. They don't eat the food in the right time. I remember when I was a student, my mother used to, like me, many of you also remember those days. My mother used to give me 4 chapatis and this much of curry, mixed vegetable, everything. And what a staple diet it was. Nowadays, it doesn't go in that way. Chips, kurkures, Maggie. Okay, Maggie to a certain extent is okay, although I'm not acknowledging it. Improper, not taking the right quantity and the quality of the food. Then, of course, the bodily injuries and all these things and stress. Children are also put into stress. Too much of pressure from the parents. School doesn't give that much of pressure. There is a wrong concept among people in the society that school में तो बहुत pressure देता है पढ़ने के लिए. School doesn't give irrational pressures to cause stress, but it is there. Then, because of lack of hygiene, children are not told what is cleanliness all about, and all these leads to unhealthy lifestyles, and finally a disbalanced body comes. So that is why health is important, because it needs to be taken care of. Respected teachers, you'll find that over the past few years our lifestyles have changed. Yes, we often tend to ignore the importance of healthy living in one way or other. Yes, just now I went to a convent school. Even during those days, that school was considered to be one of the posh school of the locality, very old school. But my mother gave me chapatis and sabji. Many people used to laugh at it. In those schools, though, you have to give this, that, nothing like that. Even the school authorities never said anything like that. But with the passage of time, with the diminishing of the joint families, with the formation of the nuclear families, things are changing. Well, there are reasons behind this. Things are changing and there are reasons behind it. Kuldeep Dungnung sir, we will listen to you a little later. Okay, let's first finish it off. So over the past few years, our lifestyles have, not only few years, the past few years, it has changed. We often tend to ignore the healthy living, the life that we as children led. This is no more there. In fact, my own son doesn't go with that life that I led, because we have to accept it. But then we just cannot let it go like that. No? After all, each and every life is important for the nation. So what exactly is happening? Again, why is health important to us? Now, there are several benefits of healthy life. There are several benefits of healthy life. Your body becomes free from various forms of disorders, and thus you get a longer life. This we need to tell to the children. Yes, Dungnung sir, good evening. I'll listen to you, sir, later. I'm there with you. Your body becomes free from various disorders, and thus we get a longer life. This thing needs to be told to the children, isn't it? That if there's a disease-free body, then there will be no disorders, no defects, no discomforts, and he will live a longer life in this world. The world is beautiful. Many people say, अरे क्या है जिंदगी में? In the beginning I said, no, क्या है लाइफ में? बस अब तो बस जाने के लिए तैयारी कर रहे. No, 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 please. Don't be that much negative. I tell many people, don't be that much. क्या जाने की? जिस दिन जाना होगा जाएंगे. तैयारी करने का क्या है? वो तो किसी दिन भी चले जाएंगे. आए हैं तो जाने के लिए, बट जब तक है तब तक अच्छा रहेंगे, सही रहेंगे, यही हमारा कोशिश है. दिस इज व्हाट वी नीड टू डू. सो वी हैव टू टेल द चिल्ड्रन दैट disorders and defects should not be there in the body, then you will live for a long period of time. Okay, you can live a life without suffering from any aches, pain, or discomfort in every sphere of your life. You'll be able to perform the best of your ability. So these are small things that children need to be doing. Now we all adults know all these things, but children don't know. No, that is why I have got all these things for you. You can live, the children can live a life without suffering from any aches, pain, discomfort. These are the ones that really take that goodness out of our life, isn't it now? So in every sphere of your life, you'll be able to perform. So if all these disorders, if all this defect, if all these limitations are not there, then what happens? A beautiful life is there. Doing excellent work helps you to be a valuable member of the healthy society. Socially acceptable. Remember the first one? Yes. Doing excellent work, good work helps you to be valuable member of the healthy society. Besides, when you are physically fit, it gets reflected in your face. Yes, when you are physically fit, it gets you just glow and you just shine. How many of you have seen our Subhashri madam face to face? How many of you have seen our Subhashri madam face to face? If you see her face to face, you will see how her face just glows like anything, which is a clear-cut indication that madam is very, very physically fit. We all pray to God that each one of us remain physically fit. Okay, we'll move forward. So you look attractive and start feeling good about yourself. The student should be told that, look, children, you look attractive. Yes, everybody wants to look attractive, isn't it? No matter how much we try to avoid these points, but it is a fact. Each one of us, whether we are whether the small children out in the school or we adults, we always want to feel attractive. We want to get attracted. We want to get attention, and we want to feel good by ourselves. So if you have a fit body, then you can lead a physically active life even after growing old. Yes. Many uncles in the morning you will see walking around the town, going for morning. How smart and how dynamic they are now. They may have gray hairs, but they are so physically fit. Now, I just sometimes in the morning when I go to school through the NH2, and I see many this young people. I prefer to call them as young old people. Okay, young aged people. They have reached say 70, 75. They have white hairs, white mustache. Some have white beards also. They wear t-shirts and jeans, or they may be wearing track shorts and they are jogging around the road. It feels so wonderful by seeing all these things. So if the body is fit, physically active, then even after growing old also, one remains perfect. In my school also, I have 2-3 senior teachers who are very active. This is because the body can heal. Why body can heal with regular wear and tear associated with aging faster. Okay, so if you are physically fit, then the aging factor stops. This we need to tell the children. In short, health and wellness brings about a drastic improvement in overall quality of your life. So health and wellness, if they are there, then it brings a drastic, great improvement in the overall quality of our life. So eat good food, stay good, be healthy, be happy. You feel motivated. If you are healthy, then what are the things the children will get? They feel motivated to finish off the task at hand and will be interested to work on more number of things. One common thing, respected teachers, you will notice in all your classroom, some of the children are very active with their homework, with their classwork, and they are always, and some of the children in the classroom are always drooping down, always dozing, or Always they don't look comfortable. You will find this is very common in my life also. I have seen in your classes also. You will see the reason is because they are not healthy. They are having problems. We often tell the parents also to give them the good food, to take care of the health. Some of the children have several eye problems, which is very common with students. And when they are not healthy, they will not be interested to work. They will not be interested to finish up and they will lag behind in the classroom and the results don't come. Then parents come shouting. So this we need to tell the parents also, as well as children. That is why the program is health and hygiene in school and home. The mind develops a natural tendency to focus upon positives and it's not, but if the body is perfect, then the mind will always will always look towards the positive aspects of life, not about the negative aspects of life. Most importantly, at the end of the day, one can sleep well, do not have to start the next day with a body ache or a pain or stomach upset or something like that. So healthy body doesn't have these things. As a result, no need to go for a medical leave, and often we will get this is for the people, but for the children, the work is like this. Last point is not for us. Why health is important for children? So far, general health, children, school. Now, exclusively for children, why it is important? Staying healthy is vital for proper growth development of their mind and body. You can take a screenshot of this. You can put it in your school also if you want. Each one of you can put it in your school on the notice board or on the bulletin board or in the classroom. Okay, these 4 gospels of healthy life. Staying healthy is vital for proper growth and development of the mind and the body. They require enough energy to spend the entire day. Children require enough energy to spend the entire day in the school. They should be able to focus in the classroom and fully participate in activities in the field. Just now I have discussed all these things. For this, they need proper nutrition, which includes carbohydrates, proteins, calcium, minerals, etc. These are the ones that are for a staple diet. Chapati, rice, sabji. If one is a vegetarian, then of course proteins, plant proteins like the pulses. And if one is a non-veg, then of course one can go for meat, egg, and so on and so forth. Okay, and with minerals in minute quantity. Today, most parents have the basic knowledge of food and health related issues. Today, most of the parents do have, but how many of them do use it? That's the big question. But however, they often fail to understand that regular medical checkup is a must for every child. Parents know everything, but they don't go. They always fail to understand it. This helps them to learn from the experts whether the child's development in terms of height, weight is proper. And who are the expert? You are the expert, the class teacher, the subject teacher. You are the expert. And you will often guide them. Because previously also I have said, again I am saying, no matter whatever happens, no matter how much we school teachers are humiliated or made fun of in the social media or outside or wherever in form of television serials and movies, but at the end of the day, remember, parents will come to us only. They will not go to any babas or netas or any. They will come to the teacher and they will ask, Madam ji, बच्चे के लिए क्या करे? मैडम जी कुछ तो सजेशन दीजिए, सर जी कुछ तो सजेशन दीजिए, बच्चे का डेवलपमेंट नहीं हो रहा. They will come to us. It's a fact. They should also take the child for dental checkup, eye checkup on regular basis. Yes, children are always eating different types of food. No, so the oral problem is always there. The oral cavity is always having problems. It's a very common fact. So eye checkup and oral checkup is very important. Even child behavior has to be monitored closely. Yes, lot of training programs we do on child behavior. This way, any major health problem can be prevented. Yes, lot of the child, the behavioral issues come with the child. Lot of training programs we have on this, and these things needs to be taken care of, especially attention deficit syndrome, which is very, very common among children. Most of the children are some of the children in the, not some, I will say most of the children nowadays are hyperactive. That video I think all of you have seen, that small kid finally was trying to console his teacher somewhere in UP. Madam ji aard nahi karenge, badmasi nahi karenge, and how she was. No, that was one of the best videos I have seen in recent times. So it is like the children are hyperactive. They need to be monitored closely. So because we are dealing with the most delicate people of the society. Yes. So you have a better control over your life. For healthy living, a disciplined life is a must. What we are trying to give to the children is a must. You have to eat, you have to tell the children that you have to eat nutritious food and exercise regularly. Small children may not understand this, but bigger children will understand. Small children have to be taught. Stay away from unhealthy habits like smoking and heavy drinking. Of course, we will not tell our children in this way, but definitely in a different way. You have to make them understand that these are some of the bad things which one should stay away. And if they see anybody doing that, they should also tell them not to do it. It is also essential to keep the mind healthy by nurturing the right kind of thoughts and proper stress management. For children, there are different stress methods of stress management. For adults, there are different methods of stress management, and they need to be done. But you can see this particular, all the vegetables and the fruits are shown in form of a heart, which shows that if we take all this, then we'll have a good heart. Gut is there, then good blood flow will be there in the body. If good blood flow is there in the body will be energetic. It will be working like it. Well, then again, in order to remain perfect, we have to wear fresh set of clothes whenever possible. Wearing good clothes over and without washing them can cause serious skin disorders. Always keep your genital areas. Small children don't understand this, but you have to tell. Maybe you have to counsel their parents. Okay, the genital areas should be extremely clean. The areas must. These are the areas which are prone to infections and bacterial attacks, especially for the growing up boys and the girls. Wash hands whenever possible, as much as possible. Pandemic has taught us really how to wash hands, and in a lot of places we touch may be very unclean. So these are the things that needs to be told to the children. Hygiene. So far we have been discussing about health. Now we'll move to hygiene. Health and hygiene. These are the two important. They are like either side of the coin. Hygiene refers to conditions and practices. Hygiene refers to conditions and practices that helps to maintain health and prevent spread of disease. So far we have been seeing about health. What is health? What are the various ways by which health can deteriorate? What are the ways by which we can? And hygiene is like it's like a regular practice. It's like a process. It's a way of life. Okay, which needs to be practiced every day to maintain that good health which we are seeking for, and we to stop any form of disease or infection enter into our body and harm our body. So the importance of hygiene. What are the importance of hygiene? Why hygiene should be there? What's so big deal about it? With the kind of health risk that nowadays we are facing, are posed to the human race today, it has become very vital to stay hygienic as much as neat and clean. We say neat, clean, and tidy. These are the three words which were often used in our schools when we were also students. Our teachers also used to tell us, be neat and clean and tidy. Don't be untidy. Okay, so with the kind of health risk that a lot of health risks we are now, world is so much polluted. All disease causing germs, infectious germs are all around the us. At any moment, anything can happen. Pandemic is one such example. In fact, the most of the new world diseases like bird flu, swine flu have been attributed to the lack of hygiene. And of course, recently the coronavirus. Somewhere lack of hygiene is there. And if we fight lack of hygiene today, it will have good effects on the generation after use too. So today it's the way we have tackled with coronavirus, COVID. Today, the way we have tackled with COVID, if some countries don't do unwanted things, then the way the things are, the way the vaccination has been done in India and around the world, at least for the next 10 years, there is no such threat. But if synthetic virus is again prepared and thrown into the world in form of a biological weapon or something like that, then the story is different. Okay, then of course nobody can do anything. Otherwise, the way things are going, many of the diseases will get eradicated quickly. Here are some tips on situations where you can practice hygiene. You can tell these children what they need to do. Always brush your teeth. Small children need to be told this time and again, time and again. Always brush your teeth twice a day. Dental hygiene is very important and teeth can easily get damaged if not properly maintained. Yes, for small children, this teeth problem is always there. Always there. Oral hygiene is a must, is a must, is a must. They eat chocolates, they eat this, they don't want to clean their mouth, they don't want to clean their oral cavities, and then dental problems start taking place to teeth get, then the pH of the oral cavity changes, and that causes different types of problems. The tooth get decaying, they get worn away, the enamel gets worn away, and various types of problems starts taking place. So that needs to be taken care regularly. So regular dental care is a must. Always bath once or more every day. Take bath. Clean the body with soap and all that we tell the children. Sometimes in a very jokingly way, we tell the children, do you know, children, there is something called soap? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay, use it. No, they love the way when we tell them in this particular way. Children, make sure you go home and wash your hands with soap. If when you tell in this way, no, they will say, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It's very common everywhere. Bathing regularly is very important, especially in the city where humidity and pollution can make your body bacteria magnet. Yes, bacteria will get attracted. In places like in my place, Dhanbad, it's a colliery belt. Always there is dust and everything. Industrial areas, even in your Jamshedpur, although Jamshedpur I have visited a few times, I have found it to be nowadays it is very neat and clean. But believe me, once upon a time when we are very small, when I was very small and used to go with my mother, it was not so good. And Dhanbad also was very, very dirty. But nowadays things are changing, but it needs to be changed. Patna once upon a time used to be dirty, but now Patna has changed. Drastically it has changed. Last time when I went to the CBSE office in Patna, the main road, Kanchan madam, we'll have a talk little later, okay? The main road leading from the station to the CBSE office, fantastic. Wear a towel if you travel through extremely polluted, wear a mask or something like that. Constant exposure to pollutants can raise toxin levels in the body and cause respiratory issues. Yes, this needs to be told. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Vikas, sir. Respiratory issues. So these are some of the things that children should be told. Their parents should be told. Their parents should be counseled also. Sometimes we do conduct parent counseling days in the schools where we tell what are the things to do, and they do. They do practice. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're also from Dhanbad. Very good. Hygiene in our surroundings. See, only not maintaining hygiene within yourself is enough. No, your surroundings should also be neat and clean. You have a very good house, neat and clean house, maintaining everything. But if your surroundings, if the very path near your house is dirty, then what's the use of it? No? Many people have this. अरे मेरा घर तो ठीक रह जाए, बाद बाकी कुछ भी हो जाए हमको क्या देखना? That is a wrong concept. Because from outside only everything will come inside the house. No, outside should also be neat and clean. Maintaining hygiene around us ensures that they do not turn into breeding grounds for bacteria, viruses, and other disease-causing organisms. Other pathogens should not be there. Make sure you follow these simple rules and keep your surrounding hygienic. Keep your surrounding hygienic. You yourself will be free from these infections. Not only your own house. Your house is beautiful. Your locality is beautiful. Your town is beautiful. Your state is beautiful. Your country is beautiful. That is the point. Ah, yes, you are from Bihar. Yes, yes, very good, sir. Bihar has changed a lot. Nowadays, the roads of Bihar are really something which somebody said something years ago. They are really right now like this. I love the roads of Bihar. I want to travel through the roads again and again. Practicing self-hygiene, how you'll do it, continuing with that, considering the weather conditions and harsh climate in India faces, it's all more important that we stay as hygienic as possible and teach our children these good habits. Okay, whatever we have discussed. In fact, we Indians have a reputation of our lack of hygiene, and it is time we did something about it. This is something which I am not ready to accept, although it is some experts are saying it, but no, we have become a lot much hygienic. Of course, there are areas where this problem is still there, but then we are changing. Being unhygienic could not only repel your friends and colleagues, but your partner also. Yes. it's yeah. In the school, you can tell the children, see, if you're not hygienic, your partner will not sit beside you. He will move away from you. Your friends will move away from you. If you smell bad, if you have bad smell from your mouth, from your body, if your clothes are not neat and clean, if your shoes are not well polished, if your hair is not combed properly, people will not come in front of you. They will hate you. So stay away from these things and practice good hygienic conditions. Dispose of properly waste materials. If inappropriately disposed, they can cause an outbreak of the deadly disease. Most epidemics in the history has caused because of improper disposal of waste products. Time and again it has been found. So keep the house neat and clean. Keep all this. Keep your home clean. Do not throw any garbage into the residential areas. Yes, this is a big problem with us. In many places, you will find they just dump it in one part of the town or one part of the street, which is very, very bad. Very, very bad. Use garbage cans. They are there for a reason. Do not spit or urinate in the public. This is a very common among Indians. Please don't do it. It only looks bad, but also causes the entire surrounding area to stink. Make sure you stay in constant touch with local administration to ensure that the office and the residential areas are always clean. This last point I am giving stress because to the bigger students, to the students of the higher class, we often teach them no to write a letter to the municipality, to the PWD, to the local administration, take care about the cleaning areas, the residents. So that's a to be in touch with the local administration to ensure that the office and the residences and the schools and the houses all are neat and clean. Okay, so if you want to have this type of an environment where you want to live with greenery, with peace, with pollution-free areas, with clean water and everything, and if you want to have a healthy life, then eat more and more vegetables, and breathe in fresh air, practice good health care, practice good hygiene, and lovely life will be there. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is what I wanted to discuss with you about health and hygiene. This was our short and sweet discussion about health and hygiene and how they are important for school going children, how they are important for all of us. Thank you very much. And with this, we come to the end of today's session. I will be back again next month, most probably on 20th December with something new. Let me see what more important information I can provide to you. It was wonderful to be associated with you. I always enjoy this Jamshedpur Patna training programs. So we'll be back again next month. Thank you, madam, for giving me the opportunity, and thank you to all the teachers present over there for your beautiful messages that you are sending, that you have liked. These messages from you, these words from you gave me the impetus to move forward with you all. So many things I learned from this. Thank you so much. Madam Shosh, madam, are you there, ma'am? Shosh, madam, are you there, ma'am? With us? I think madam is not there. If anyone from PSSC is there, then please let me know. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dennis Olivia, ma'am. Thank you so much. Abraham, sir. Thank you very much. Jyoti, madam. Thank you so much. Priyaranjan Bharti, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Veena, ma'am. Thank you. Umar Farooq, sir. Thank you very much. Kalpana Roy, madam. Thank you so much. Sajjan Kumar, sir. Isha Pathak, madam. Thank you very much. Sanjay Kumar, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Imran, sir. Thank you very much. Arvind, sir. Thank you. Usha, madam. Raj Kishore, sir. Tania, ma'am. Thank you. Priyanka, ma'am. Thank you. Vikas, sir. Thank you. Santosh, sir. Thank you. Soni ma'am, thank you. Mamta ma'am, thank you. Bhattacharya ma'am, thank you. Pratima madam, thank you very much. Sumit sir, thank you. Thank you, Sumit sir. Sumit Poddar sir, thank you very much. Ruchi madam, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am is not in the meeting.
Okay, I understand. So, ma'am, can I remove myself? It's over now.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Okay, have a nice time.